I had the highlights in Fuji. I won the race. It's a track I really like because I raced in Japan for many years. In low also in Fuji when the second race I had a touch with Marchi.
Winning at Fuji in the second race when the car was repaired like 5 minutes before the lights went green. That was a good drive. Last year qualifying was a strength for me. This year it's been a pig of a problem. You know, I had a lot of problems with qualifying.
I think the best moment for me in 2014 was first race in Fuji when I climbed from P9 to P3. The worst moment for me would be second race in Malaysia. We were second or the first, I forgot. But one of the races I had a puncture. I was running in third, and on the last lap, on the last corner, the tire blew.
So most difficult moment, it's every weekend with the qualifying, all mistaken. The most beautiful moment is not many this year because didn't do so well, but all the times I finished in points, it was a good moment.
Worst moment, the second race in Shanghai, where I couldn't finish the race, unfortunately due to an accident.
It was quite interesting in the previous race too. After all the carnage in turn 1, lap 1, I end up in P3. So it was quite nice to be in P3 for a few safety car laps. But unfortunately, I can't really take advantage of any of that. I guess I was a little bit disappointed with my performance in Shanghai because traditionally that's been one of my strongest circuits.
But I think the highlight was in Fuji. Stephen and I had been fighting it out for most of the race, and I came out on top beating him. Sepang leading the race, and I got hit at turn 2 and I lost the lead and I had to catch up to make it only third place.
I think the highlight of the whole season is securing the championship before entering the last race. I think I won 10 out of 9 races, and the lowlights is the one I didn't win.
Yeah, I think my best moment this year was Shanghai when I was running top 3 and I was fighting with like Marchi and Alex. The low point of the season was in the first race where it was just crash after crash after crash. Not necessarily all my fault, but it was yeah, I don't like crashing.
The highlight would be the Shanghai SCCF round, which I qualified second overall and finished P3. I had a good fight with my teammate Andre, and I think in that race I could have the chance to fight for the race win. The low light, I think also the Shanghai but WEC round, because I had a little accident in the qualify, so in the free practice, so I did not qualify, so I have to start from the back of the grid.
那我觉得对我自己来说最开心的一件事是有这么多的朋友一起来比赛，知名车手一起。但对于我最坏来说，我还是要克服自己这个问题，然后对我今后的赛车有更大的提升和进步。谢谢。
My highlight in the season, I think, will be in Fuji, which is doing a very good job. The lower place is always the DNF, did not finish the race. This year have been quite a lot.
My highlights of the season will be in Fuji, where I had a little spin, but then managed to catch from the last to 7. The worst, Shanghai, I had a chance to be on top 5, but I made a mistake and I spun off. 其实我一直觉得赛车对我来说就是 一个娱乐吧，就来这边玩一玩，体验一下赛车的感觉。然后
My best moment of the season, definitely winning the first race of the R8 LMS Cup and winning the first round of this season. And the low point definitely would be a mechanic failure in Fuji, where I had no penalty and could not score any valuable point. That I see is hurting my championship.